And we're live. Well, I'm in the tiny box right here at the top corner. I don't know if you can see my bed. It's super messy. I'm cleaning out my room, doing some winter cleaning. I'm like, is my mic on? God, that would be my luck, having everything set up and the mic is off. The mic is off, which is usually what happens. Also, hello, Lori. And then I don't know how long it was. I left you guys waiting. I was like, I have 10 minutes to kill and I don't know if I can do anything right now. So I'm gonna play some Sudoku while I wait for this. But anyways, what I love about these types of live streams is that I don't really have to respond to comments. Nah, I do. I still like to respond to comments because that's what's engaging. But the only issue is I don't know what decks to use for each of the signs. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Don't worry. I'm gonna be putting on the banners like so down here. Where's Aries? Right here, like this, so you can see what sign I'm on. Okay, and I'm not gonna do this all the time. I think I'm only gonna do this at the beginning of the year because I find these very tedious to do repetitively. I think there's just 12 readings in a row the same. It gets too much. I don't know, my brain doesn't like the repetitiveness of it all when it comes to reading the Tarotscopes like this. Also, hold on, oh gosh, I use this and the oil is making it stick. There we go, the oil from the incense. I don't know if anybody struggles with that, but I'm like, let's set the mood. Let's hope I don't burn myself or anything, but yes. Let's see. Hello, Gunhild. Let's see, gonna let that burn. How long do you guys let these burn before you blow them out? So that the smoke, or do you just let it? Usually the flame should die out on its own, before you actually can, but I think that's fine. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but you know what? That's how we're gonna do it. All right, let's see. What decks are we gonna use? Are we gonna start with Aries? Should we start? I don't know. I'm gonna wait for more people to show up. How have you been, Gunhild? And Lori Sue, where'd you go? So yeah, it feels awkward not having a deck. I need a deck to shuffle. That's what it is. That's the problem. Where are my cards? Where's my Rider-Waite Smith? I reorganized and cleaned up my space. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Oh, I know what deck we're going to use for Aries. I already know it. Let's see. I use the sticks rather than the cones. The incense I use can take half an hour to completely burn. Oh, you see, I've never timed how long the incense burns, but we're going to see. Usually I don't do too much, but yeah. Or more, depends on the brand. Yeah, I think the only... Oh, what was that? What was that? Did you guys see that? No? Did I imagine things? Was that me? Did you guys see that? No. Okay. No, I could have sworn I saw like a card. Nope, I think it's just a reflection of the colors. Oh, no, we're not reading jumpers. We're not going to do that. That's not this type of live stream. No. Okay. Can you hear my dad talking on the phone in the back? But for incense brands, what's the preferred? What's the preferred incense brand? Because I usually go for, and I have the sticks. I usually go for, well, it's this brand right here. I don't know. I can never remember what brand it is. I can never figure out is it Satya? Is it the Satya brand? Is that what it is? But it's this brand. It's always these boxes that I always go for. And people are like, that's a bad brand. You shouldn't use that one. I'm like, I like it. I think they have a good scent to them. And they don't just smell like smoke, You can tell when it's like a cheap one when it just smells like burning smoke. Wonder what will happen for Virgo. We're going to see. We're going to see. We will see, but first we're going to do the other signs, okay? Virgo's going to be last, actually. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're going to do them in order, I think. And so far, I'm still going to be using the popular Western astrology, even though like sidereal real sky is kind of like catching my attention here and there. Jumpers are often the result of shuffling cards with opposing thumbs. Let's not mysticize it, right? Right? I once, though I still think it's a good form of randomization of like the random card that jumps out, you know, is usually like, oh, okay, like you have no conscious control of picking that card. It just happens just randomly, which I think is more in tune with what I want to do when it comes to selecting the cards. I think I'm in the, yeah, I think Virgo's after Leo, and that's like, yeah, that's more towards the middle. It's like the Leo, Virgo, Libra. That's more closer towards the middle. So yeah. The only thing that's going to make this long is me shuffling between each one, but I'll try and refrain because it is 12 signs. But I mean, like, I do like an average about 10 readings per live stream, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. We'll wait for a little while. But anyways, how's everyone's 2025 going? That's what I need to do. Listen. Listen, I only hop on here and I yap about nothing until I realize, oh shit, other things happen. Things pass. Things occur, you know, like the New Year's and the holidays. And I haven't been live since, I don't know when. I don't know when the last time I was live. And I'm like, I'm going to do it more often. And I am. So I'm like, you know what? This is good. This is good. And I'm like, this is a good opportunity. It's the beginning of the year. Let's do some year ahead spreads. Let's see what's going on. So I don't have to do the typical, like, let's see who's up for readings, you know? And this is much more like people can rewatch it and look back. I'm like, yes. But like I said, I'm not a huge fan of doing these readings like all the time. Like every month is like, I for some reason, it's just, my brain thinks it's just such a daunting task to do that, like the 12 zodiacal readings every month. So hats off to the readers that do readings every month for the 12 signs. Like that's, I don't know how y'all do it, but you know what? I need to tap into whatever that is if I want to do that, but I don't. I like to do more one-on-one rather than the collective stuff. And I can't do the collective, like pick a card readings either. It's just something about that. It's just not me. So yeah, but anyways, how's everyone's Christmas and New Year's? How is the New Year treating you guys so far? I mean, it looks like we're ramping up for what seems to be a crazy year. I don't know. 2024 was not fun. Let me just say that right now. Did not like 2024. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. I'm just kidding. There were some good things that happened in it, but as a whole, there was a lot of rough shit going on in 2024 for me. I did not like it. I'm like, let's try this again this year. Let's try something this year. Let's see what's going to happen this year. So yeah. So let's see. And so yeah, I think we're gonna wait a little bit longer, like 2 more minutes, and then we'll start with Aries. Just want to give it like 10 minutes for people to come in. But if you're here, you're here, and if you're not, you're not, and you miss out. You're either on time and here for the reading, or you're not. And I'm going to be doing Celtic cross spreads for each of the signs. I'm not gonna make it too exhaustive. No, Celtic crosses are pretty exhaustive. And let me see how this goes, because I'm like, we're gonna see how I go with this. I've done it before, but not much. Hello, Lady Knight of Avalon. I've been saying also, Lady Knight of Avalon's been uploading. I think it's on what's your other channel, Lady Knight? You can post a link where you're doing more readings and stuff on it. Post your YouTube channel if you'd like. And sorry, I've been missing the live streams. I've been where sorry, you're not going to see Ophiuchus in this one. Next year, maybe, when I get more used to it. And I get more of a hang of like transits and aspects. I think then I'll be more like, okay, now we're gonna do real scan. We're gonna see what's going on, and yada yada. You know, I think later. I think later on next year I'll do real sky. And I'll probably use Julie Kuchawats's Journey into Egypt Tarot for that one, but we'll see. But anyways, also, oh right, it's already been 10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna start ramping up. So yeah, for Aries, let's start with Aries. But first things first, I cleared out a third of my collection and a few books as well, but they're all over there. And I finally was able to get in contact with my local metaphysical shop here, and I was like, hey, I didn't count how many, and I said I've got over 60 decks I want to move along. Little did I know, when I actually did the count again and I found some more decks that I was like, oh, these need to be moved along as well. And I did the final count. It was more like 90. It was like over 60. Turns out it's like almost 100, actually, I should say. So here we are saying just telling people's lies, and he was like 60 decks. I'm like, no, over 60. Like, let's emphasize that over. Okay, like I didn't actually count them. I'm like, and it turns out it's 90 decks. And then I counted them again, and I'm like, oh, I still have over 200 decks. And the guy on the phone was like, yeah, I have like about 400 decks. I'm like, what? And I'm like, why are you getting rid of them? I'm like, I just don't use them. Also, space. Who has the space? Who has the time? I don't. Because you know what? I have what I work with, and I work with what I work with. And speaking of which, you're going to see some of the decks that I work with in this spread, because I was like, it's a lot. So I was like, nearly a third of my collection is being moved along. And even because things are happening, things are shifting, things are changing, things will happen. Tomorrow, I have like a huge test that I got to do for possibly a job, but we're going to see about that. Veronica Jude, listen. Veronica Jude, she needs to put that shit to work. 600 decks, and where is she? Where is her discourse? Where is her insight into the tarot world? Right? Where Veronica, where are you? Hello, you know? Right? Back when right? Where's she at? I think I follow her on Facebook, but who's on Facebook these days? I'm not on Facebook. Well, I have a Facebook account, but I just don't use it. So anyways, let's get into that reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Oh yeah, I did. I wonder if she ever finished her tarot room. I don't know. Anyways, let's see. So let's get into it. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And honestly, again, with these, I think, unless you're like an Ophiuchus, real sky astrology can still apply to these. I think in terms of like its synchronicity and all that. Like, does it really count? So yeah. Kind of like heaven. 600 seems like such a daunting number though to me now. I'm like, back then I used to be like, oh, I wish. But now I'm like, 500 of those, I'm sure I'm not like interested in, you know? I'll stick with my real sky Gemini, right? I'm like, you can do real sky or whatever. It's just the signs. It's just whatever you have your sun, moon, or rising in to that sign, whatever you're comfortable with, you know? And whether that's real sky or not, I don't care. I have no idea what number I'm at these days with the tarot. I'm like, just today, just right now, I counted them and I'm at like 200. And I'm like, okay, this is still a lot. And even then, I don't use all of them. So maybe next year or down the line, I'm going to get rid of even more. But so far, the ones that I do have... Oh my gosh, I didn't even count those. Oh, wait. I need to move those along. I just realized some that I... So, well over 200. Yes. So anyways, let's get into it. We're already 15 minutes in. Let's not waste any more time. Let's see. Oh yeah, with and that's 200 with Oracle included, which I should also pull out an Oracle deck for these, but we'll see what I want to use. So let's see here. Let's see, Aries. What do we have for you? What do we have? I mean, for Western astrology, I'm in Aries. Sun, at least. So let's see. Boom. 5 of Cups. Not a great start. Not a great start, and I think maybe, well, at least for me personally, let's get a little personal here, even though this is for the collective, because you know what? I too am an Aries in Western astrology. Listen, disappointment. 2024 didn't look great, but you know what? There's more opportunities coming. How we switch our perspectives from the negative things that we've seen or that we've gone through, how do we move on to the positive and see, like, you know what? This is what we've lost. Let's look at what we have and what we still have and what we're going to keep going forward. So it's quite an upsetting card to get, but the 5 of Cups is still, again, Lady Knight saying 2025 isn't going to be easy. I feel right. So again, and which perspective is like kind of the main thing with like mental health, I feel. Moving on. What's going to cross us? The moon. It seems, ooh, Aries. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a long journey. It seems that where we're trying to go isn't going to happen as soon as it does. But I think that's where like the unpredictability of the moon comes through, you know? So on one hand, we could have some surprises of like, oh, I thought this was going to take longer, but we have no idea. But sometimes things will be like, oh, it's going to be quick. It's going to take longer. So we got to prepare for that. Also, lots of water going on so far. Aries as a fire sign. We don't like that. No. Let's see what's going to support it. Oh, the Fool. The Fool. Yeah. Starting fresh. I mean, seeing how, I think politically, at least in the US, you know, we have kind of like a different revolutionary ideas kind of coming through. I feel this is just from my perspective. I'm like, something's got to change, and I think Aries is that sign that likes to jump forward and leap through into things before actually really thinking it through. And so the Fool here kind of shows that, like, you know what, we're still going to be doing what we do, you know, of you know, I see it, I'm going to do it. You know, I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Here we go, you know. And that's going to really underpin a lot of the decisions that we have for the rest of the year. So yeah, let's see. So let's see what's fading out. Oh, I mean, I think we shouldn't lose this. Temperance is we love Temperance, but I think we're done mixing and testing things out and being cool and calm and collective. I think our chaotic energy is going to start kicking in with Aries. You know, I think 2024 is going to look tame compared to what's going to, you know, come in with how, you know, I'm again projecting a bit of the martial Aries energy, you know. Let's see. And then what crowns us? Oh, look at that, a literal crown. The Ace of Swords, thoughts and ideas, new ideas, great ideas. You know, I think with the Fool and the Ace of Swords, we're gonna do a lot of. There's going to be a very strong air energy, lots of speaking out and communication going on as well. And the Ace of Swords is that, a bright new idea. What is this going to do? But I think the only issue is the moon. Kind of like I said, things seem like they're going to take longer or going to take a certain amount of time and may take longer or shorter. So we got to like be careful with that. Maybe try and hold on to this, because I feel like temperance is a card that is a virtue that it can. But I mean, like, how can temperance be bad? I think it could be. I think temperance could be an issue in the terms of like actually taking action. You know, whereas temperance is more like experimenting, maybe keeping things tested in a controlled environment versus and theorizing versus like actually taking action. A lot of people will say that 2025 will be chaos. I mean, like, listen, let's not put that out there. I hope not. Let's see. What's coming into our lives is the Three of Cups, but reversed. So again, I think Aries, you got to be careful with having that fun. I think you got to be careful with, the social circles that you form as well, the friendships that you make. Although these may be, people that you enjoy being around, how healthy are they for your own growth and your own development? Again, we're still going into that watery energy here of the Three of Cups, and so it seems that we got to really focus on like what's disappointing us and what's serving us and what's actually helping us, and who around us is actually going to be. And for me personally, as an Aries, the idea of friendship has been like popping up here and there, where I don't think I have many in-person friends, and I think I need to look at how I'm going to be making friends in the future. And especially it's harder when you're like going to be 30. In your 30s, it's hard to make new friends, but I'm gonna try and challenge that. you know but and I think that kind of goes here, like, what friendships have maybe passed their time. I think that's something that I was looking at the astrology podcast, and they were talking about the transits, and how that's going to be also a feature of like the friendships that we have, and moving on from old friendships that no longer serve us. Should we be getting something out of friendships? Should friendships have an ulterior motive? Let's see. So where we are currently as well, we have death, big changes again. Lena says, well, Pluto moved into Capricorn some weeks ago, so we're starting a new 14-year period. Ooh. Well, Pluto, I think, is tied in with death and transformation. And we have also with Scorpio with the Five of Cups, which is the Mars co-ruler with Aries, but it doesn't really, it's kind of at odds. I feel like it's at odds with Aries, where Aries is more expressive. Scorpio likes to keep it more hush-hush, And so death here is, again, something that we got to let go of, something that we're going to move on, we got to move away from, but maybe something that we're trying to hold on to, which again, maybe something to do with temperance, because I'm feeling like, wait, I don't think we should move away from this, but I think death is like, nope, it's time to change. It's time to take action. I think maybe perhaps because people always tell Aries to like hold on and to wait and to hold back and to pull back a little bit, instead of being the excited go-getter that they like to be. I think this year might be, listen, if you have an Aries in your life this year, I think they're going to be very chaotic. I think it's time that they're going to start doing stuff. They're going to be like, you know what, I was thinking about doing that, but you know what, now I am going to do it now. Actually, I will do that, Let's see the surrounding energy. The Four of Pentacles, holding on to stuff. Again, it's let it go. Aries, let it go. Let it go. I think that's the main idea for this Celtic Cross thread for Aries. Aries, your message is to let it the fuck go. You're holding on to things, which is good for certain times and certain moments, but let it go. Don't spend all that money all at once. Maybe not money. My first thought wasn't money. Because I think we're holding on to the wrong things. I think we're holding on to the things that we think we need, but we don't. Yeah, hopes and fears, the 10 of Wands. Too much on your plate? Listen, let it go. Move, just put it down. Put down the sticks. You don't need to do all that. Do what you can and do what you know you can handle. Let's see. Oh, and potential outcome. Potential outcome, the 8 of Pentacles. Menial work. I'm not a big fan of the 8 of Pentacles. I find it, again, this is like the kind of thing that is why I don't do these types of readings, is the repetitive type of, let me move this around here so we can do this like this. How's that, huh? Yeah, because my little camera's right there. You guys can't see all the cards. That's much better. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Yes. So yeah, the 8 of Pentacles, it's that repetitive work, which is good. It's good practice, and it's yeah. But she works hard for the money. Exactly. She works hard for the money, but also how much money, and is your labor being valued? That's what I need to know. That's what we need to know. I think so. I think it's time to really refine our work and perfect it, I think. And then time to put it out, I think it's time to stop holding it in and let it out. Let it go and let it out, I think this is a very encouraging spread for Aries. Ooh, moving things over. Okay, here we go. Wheel of Fortune reverse, though. I think, we might be going against the grain, though, with at the bottom of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune. I think it's kind of, especially reversed. It seems that forces are going to be going against us, but I think it's kind of in our nature to kind of, as Aries, to go against the grain, to kind of be like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I want to do, or what I feel is right, and though everything around them is telling Aries, no, you can't do that. Actually, Ellen, no, that's not the truth. No, that's not that meme doesn't apply to this. So yeah, so Aries, yeah, learn to go through and see what you can look at, which I think is very fitting. I think that might be reflective of what I'm doing right now. Again, clearing out my collection, cleaning out a lot of junk in my room, and moving out quite a few books that I have, a lot of tarot books, I should say. So yeah, why walk through the open door if the head can just go through the exactly. I'm sorry, like what? I'm sorry. That. I feel like it's more convenient that way now. No, it's yeah. That's kind of the vibe. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. Did my little thing go out? I think it did. Yeah, she did. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So there we go. That's it for Aries. Oh wait, no. Let's pull an oracle card. Let me see what oracle we can pull from this for you guys. What am I going to use? Where are you? Let's do an oracle here. Let's do you. I like this oracle deck. And I haven't used it in a bit, so. Resistance. Makes sense. Going against the grain. And I think we have to think about like what's the path of least resistance or the most resistance, the path of most resistance, the path of least resistance. There's something going on here with that, and kind of trying to find new ways to do things and being like, you know what, this may be a harder way, but you know what, I'm still gonna try it. There's no harm in trying it. I think it's really, like I said, it's encouraging Aries to take action, to go forward, and to do. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Aries are not fond of change. Yeah, they're not fond of change unless they're the actual change. They don't want the change to push them. I think they want to be that change. Only they can do the changing around them, which that's something that we got to work on. I think that's like, isn't that like an idea of like the Tao, like letting change and the world going with the flow essentially of the Tao? I don't know. I want to look into it. Someone comment down below good Taoist books because I want to get into it. So yeah. So there we go, Aries. Let's see. Let's move on to Taurus. We're going to read. What are we going to use with Taurus? What are we going to use? What are we going to use for Taurus? What do you think? I think I know which deck. Is it this one? Is it you? No, not you. It's the other one. Where'd you go? There it is. I see you. I see it. I see it. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. The only constant is change. Exactly. Precisely. The Byzantine. Luxurious, historical, beautiful. The Byzantine Tarot. Okay, oh, let me change the banner real quick. There we go. Okay, so Taurus. You go Taurus. Watch, I'm gonna be on like Sagittarius, and then Aries and Taurus people are gonna show and be like, "Did you do me yet?" And I'm like, "Sorry, girl, you should have been here sooner." Did you do this sign yet? Did you do this one already? I'm like, yes, I did. I'm like, so make sure you subscribe, turn that notification bell, and so you know when I go live for next year when I do this, because like I said, I don't want to do these all the time. Unless I do maybe like a mid-year. It depends. If I get the urge to do it, I will do it. But like I said, I'm like, make it tedious. It's just too much. It's too much. Let's see what 2025 has in store for Taurus. Speaking of not changing, I think Taurus is also not fond of change, but only in the sense that it's like it's not going to disrupt what they've made and established for their own comfort and safety, I feel. Does that make sense? Right? Okay, Taurus. The sun reversed. People say that the sun doesn't really have a negative connotation, even when it's reversed. So I wonder, I think it's kind of like, there's this meme that Kylie Jenner says, where she's like, this year is about, I think it was 2015 or something. And when she was like, this year is going to be about realization, all about realization and realizing things. And it's like, I think the sun card is that realization and revealing things to them that was not apparent, and like making them confront it. I think this could be a removal of cognitive dissonance, or the cognitive dissonance is going to continue with Taurus. And I think that's what the sun reversed is. It's like the facts are presented to you and you've come to understand something, but you're still not going to change into the new via what and according to what the new information handed to you is, you know. Yeah, we have a 9 hermit completion and finishing up. Like 9 is that, like, it's the last digit that is singular, and then 2026 it's going to be 10, which is like the cycle as a whole, and then reducing down to 1. Anyways, not to be distracted anymore. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. The 2 of Swords. So this is, again, you're going to either, like, again, like, the cognitive dissonance is either going to make you stay as you are or actually change. And 2025 is going to be all about mulling things over, but don't mull things over too long. This is a very dangerous position to be, because if you just stay in this position of this or that, what should I do? Oh no, you're left open, and you're also like gonna let life pass you by. This year is gonna roll over you and just pass you by, and you're not gonna. And you just gotta, you're either gonna move with it, or it's gonna move away from you. You're gonna miss a lot of opportunities if you don't, make decisions quickly, and so, yeah, which, again, talking about the open stance of the 2 of Swords as well. He's a soldier and he's out in the battlefield, I think, or guard. Yeah, no, let me see. Hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, he's in the middle of a battlefield, and they're discussing, they're talking about trees, what should they do, what are they, peace talk, essentially. Agreements have to be made, and either way, you can't mull it over too long, because this is going to cause more stress and anxiety, and again, life will just pass you by like that. Let's see. Next, we have the Emperor reversed. Okay, we're getting a lot of powerful energy here. Yeah, the Emperor. I love this Emperor. Let me just talk. Look at the material. Smash. Anyways, so reverse, though, it seems this the abuse of power is probably going to be a feature here within a Taurus's life. Where have you been in control or have a great amount of power, to where you have abused that power? Where have you misdirected that force, or that what else? Yeah, we're just not using your realm of influence to the best of its ability. The Emperor reversed is definitely like you're either not using it at all, or you're misusing it, or it's being misdirected here with the Emperor being reversed. You gotta reevaluate that. And see where you can have an effect and where you can change, essentially. Where's your realm of influence, and are you abusing it, or are you not using it at all? You got to look at that, Taurus. Let's see what's moving out. We have the Knight of Swords, a hero complex, perhaps, where we have also, we see, yeah, the knight slaying the dragon, very Saint Michael-ish. And that warrior aspect we're moving away from that. What's also interesting is that his armor kind of looks like the sun as well, or rather like the Thoth sun with its spiral if that makes sense. To me, at least. Um, but yeah, I think we could also think of this as what Mary White says when she talks about, which, not to bring in another deck, but this figure isn't is with like shadow work, essentially, of the serpent dragon here being our shadow, and we're not slaying it so much as we're taming it and accepting it and integrating it into ourselves and knowing how to evolve past that, to grow above that state rather than punishing ourselves or punishing that aspect of ourselves. It's shadow work. We're moving away from that, though. That's moving out. We're done with that. This year, it's not about shadow work. Now it's all about the ego, which is the sun. Let's see. Then we have the Four of Cups. What crowns you? Here, again, Leo loves its aesthetics. Leo loves its beauty. Venus ruled Taurus loves luxury and comfort and beautiful things. But here we have a woman that's quite disappointed with what she has, you know? And so I think it's Taurus, this is your realm of expertise, valuing things, finding the value in what, or what you truly find the greatest value in to the things around you. And whether that's physical beauty or emotional beauty, or more internal stuff. I think 2025 is definitely going to bring that into the forefront. It's probably going to be a change in one's aesthetics as well. You might be disappointed with how it is. You're like, you know what? I've done this all the time. I've worn the same outfit with this jewelry all the time. Time to change it. And you're going to feel that. You're going to find something that's going to really fit your aesthetic, and you're going to be like, okay, this is where it is. This is the 2025 aesthetic for me. Which is interesting because I feel like Taurus, again, not a very mutable or changeable sign. They like to keep it the same, but I think small changes are going to start, and little shifts, a new haircut, maybe not nothing too crazy, but maybe I don't know. Oh, here we go, the moon again, and reversed. That's what's coming in. It's gonna be tricky. Where are we going? But the moon does have its exaltation in Taurus. But this isn't like, here we go. We're going to discuss this. Is it Pisces or is it the moon? I don't know. Anyways, here we have kind of, oh gosh, we really can't ignore the sun and moon together right here. And both reversed. So I guess they're kind of going to be working in the same way, but just not. The reversal kind of is like not in the way that we kind of that Taurus would like, I guess. So yeah. So but the moon coming in, it's not going to be a very clear-cut thing, but I think Taurus's slow, steady pace can really work with the moon here. As long as you keep moving, at your pace, you can find your way around this long, dark night of the soul that the moon represents here. So and again, like, I think that internal beauty aspect that I mentioned with the Four of Cups being really reevaluated is probably going to play a role with the moon here. Let's see here. And let's see here where we currently are as well. The Knight of Staffs. Again, very solar knights. Again, the Knight of Staffs. Very, very solar as well. But more so the sun as the artist, the poet, the musician, rather than like Apollo here. That is the warrior, which is a big feature. That's a big feature in a lot of like mystical texts of moving away from the martial, barbaric, angry, the mindset to more the artistic, creative, diplomatic side of things. And so I think that's where the sun is kind of shifting, and you have this dichotomy here, this internal change. So I think if there's a lot of anger within you, Taurus, I think that's probably going to change here. You're going to, again, instead of slaying your demons, you're going to now express them and vent them out in a musical or creative form, perhaps. Let's see here. Oh, energy surrounding it. The Magus, very creative. I like that. The Magus with as summoning forces and all that. I think working really well with the Knight here. That again, and so any self-doubt of your creative prowess, don't bother. I think these are going to really help guide you through the moon, through this moon card. Am I gonna? No, I should do it like this. There we go. So we can see the cards a little better. I'm like, wait, because my camera's right there. So yeah. And lots of mages as well. We got the Emperor, the Magus, the Sun, the Moon. What do we have next? The Knight of Cups is our hopes and fears. I think this kind of focuses on our relationships as well here, with the Knight here. Who do you care for? What's your family? How does your family relations or your love interests going to affect that? Don't be the guy with the guitar at the party being like, here's Wonderwall. Like, don't do that, don't be that person. Don't be that guy. Seven of Cups. Up in the air for the potential outcome, but very lunar, I think. Very watery, emotional things. How can we read that? And the bottom of the deck, the King of Cups. Yeah, your emotions are going to definitely play a major role into how you work through your shadow, I guess, and how you present to yourself, yourself to others. But I think, well, he's not the king, he's the Count of Cups. I think he signifies a counselor or someone that you haven't been listening to. Really listen to your therapist, I think, or someone's advice that you can really trust. Really reevaluate that initial distrust in them, and maybe you learn to open up and express to this person, to people in your life, hey, I know I have these issues and these flaws, but I'm going to start working on them, and it's going to take a while, but be patient with me, which I think everybody should learn to be patient with a Taurus, Let's see here, your Oracle card. Reflection, which kind of brings in with the moon. And again, ties into that shadow work. Again, a very introspective year for you, Taurus. So yeah, it's done with the solar expression of the sun. That what's the term? Not extrovert. If you're more of an extrovert the past few years, I think now it's time to be more introverted, more quiet and intimate with oneself, and really looking within and seeing what's going on inside there, especially with the Seven of Cups and the moon, the King of Cups, the reflection here of the moon, with reflection, look in the mirror, what's going on, and this is, again, not necessarily also purely aesthetics, physical aesthetics, but this is, again, the soul's mirror. I think maybe perhaps try some tarot readings for yourself. Try pulling a card every now and then to see, how am I feeling? How do I feel about this thing? Or why do I feel this way? I think is a better question to ask, or what can I do to better process these feelings that I'm feeling this year? And I think that's kind of the idea for you, Taurus. But again, you do have to make up your mind. Don't mull it over too much, because that's going to get in the way, I think. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, opening up. Opening up, I think, is the main. Oh, am I putting a card in there that shouldn't be in there? Where are you? Where'd you go? You don't go in there. Yeah, you don't go in there. Okay. You just want me to use the Roig for your sign. I was actually going to use a different one. I think I know which one I'm going to use for Gemini, but I'm not comfortable with it yet. So I'm going to use a different deck for Gemini. Let me see what we have for what I can use for Gemini, though. We're going to see what I got. I'm like, I think I know what I'm going to use, but I'm not sure. I'll actually end up just using the Rorig in the end. What is this? What did I put in this bag? Oh, you. No, this one for Gemini. Not the Rorig. I might switch some bags around with this deck, but this, I was like, I've been meaning to use this deck, and I had it, and it was on one of the contenders that I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this deck. Yes, and what about late at night was like, and what about it? Well, first of all, you know my rules. I picked the deck. You're just here for the ride. You know, this is my reading space. You're just here to witness it. But this is the Dream Keepers Tarot. It looks very Tarot of the Mystical Moments, right? Mystical Moments Tarot, right? It looks very much like, there's quite a few decks that look like this. But this one definitely has a more lunar vibe, I feel. Something about it. It's a little bit more gothic. Maybe like Mystical Moments meets Nicoletta Ciccoli, maybe? I don't know. But it's a deck that I've had, and again, I haven't used, and my friend Lucy always recommends it and says, you got to use it, try it out. I really like it. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't look bad, and I think it looks pretty, but I just never got around to using it. It's a German deck, so that's okay. Is it really? It's a German, right? And when I saw the cards, there was never any cards that I was like, I don't really vibe with these, certain cards here. But for the most part, I'm like, I get it. So Gemini. Oh, well, first of all, let me stay on top of this. There we go, Gemini. Rorig feels brainy. It is. I think Rorig and a lot of the Thoth decks seem very brainy. Oh, I could have used like the Telos Tarot, but I think I'll use the Telos Tarot for a different sign. So yeah, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are we gonna get for you, Gemini? I feel like people used to hate on Gemini for the wrong reasons. I respect Geminis now. I think they're very socially conscious people. I think. And I think the signs that complain about them are probably like water signs, maybe. Who do you think? I think that's the thing. When people are saying like, oh, this sign sucks or this sign sucks, usually it's like people that complain about Scorpios or Geminis or male Virgos. What sign are they that are complaining about it? Give us something good, please. That's not how it works, Lady Night. You know that. Okay, last shuffle. Let's get this on because we're already an hour in and we've only done 3 signs. But you know what? That's how this is. That's how it is. That's how it is with me. I just love to shuffle. Let's see, Gemini. What you got? Ace of Wands. I'm liking this. Okay. I also noticed that there's this keyhole light, this light unlocking things, kind of like playing with like how the sun was with Taurus. But yeah, we have this witch cauldron making a potion, but making also like unlocking light. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Nobody wants to be Pisces. But yeah, the Ace of Wands is that creative spark, you know. But what are you gonna brew with the fire that you light? Hmm? What's crossing you? Eight of Cups. Leaving things behind, knowing when it's time to move on. Hmm? You've cooked something up. Guess what? It didn't work out. You gotta empty out the pot and start over again. Refill it with new stuff. Okay? Empty out the pot and start a new batch. Hmm? You ruined the batch. You know, the batch didn't come out as you thought. You said, you know what? I'm going to make a sweet smelling candle. You know what I don't like? I don't like sweet smelling candles. Vanilla is on thin ice when it comes to scents to me. You know what I mean? Is this making sense? Is this metaphor, allegory making sense? Sense? Scent? Sense? Incense? Anyways, I hate pastry smelling candles, you know? I don't know how people make those. Like, I just can't. I can't. I can't. And I judge people who enjoy those scents. You get the big side eye like this. I'm like, oh, you like that? Oh, you like that? What's supporting you? The King of Swords. This is kind of your sign. I think the King of Swords is kind of like that, though he's more Aquarius, my opinion. But here he looks very Gemini-esque with his multiple hands doing multiple things. He could honestly be like a magician. Let's see. I have to say tobacco candles smell surprising. Yes, they do. I actually do like the tobacco smelling candles. So yeah, the King of Swords here reversed though. It's that like dictating one's power. Kind of ties in with what we said about Taurus, with where Taurus is more about general power and their realm of influence. But the King of Swords is more so your knowledge and how do you share that. I think 2025 is all about shifting how you share that knowledge and dispense that knowledge. Because again, I think we come to the King of Swords for leadership in ideas and thoughts and writings and stuff like that. So really reevaluate how you're doing that, whether that's through how you send emails, how you communicate, because that's your strong suit, Gemini. You know, communication. I think 2025 is really going to put that to the test. I think. Also, I'm very hungry. I don't know. I need to eat something. Page of Wands as well. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of immaturity that's going to be moving on. We're going to move away from this bright new adventure things, which I think that kind of ties in with the Eight of Cups kind of blocking the Ace of Wands. These new ventures that we wanted to do just aren't panning out. And so we really got to, I think it's like more so taking it seriously and locking in. Like you tried stuff out. Now let's really do the work, maybe, you know, and really put into that. No more curiosity. Go full on into it. Or I think with the Eight of Cups, it's maybe time to shift it to something else. Let's see what's going to come into the what's coming into the future. But let's see what's crowning you first. Let's see. Oh, the Two of Cups. Your relationships, love and friendships, your bonds, and the people who you trust and you're close to. How reevaluate that, Gemini, because Gemini really does like a friend. They love to have a lot of friends, but they don't really tend to have very deep personal ones. Though I think the Lady Knight might be the exception to this, because I feel like I'm like we're friends, girl. But I think the Two of Cups is kind of saying time to really get closer to those friends that you know you can trust, you know, and that you're like, why haven't I gotten closer to them? And these are gonna help you with your communication skills with the King of Swords again. I think that's where we're kind of gonna have like this work in 2025 of our relationships and how we communicate our internal feelings, Gemini, to others, you know. We have few but good friends. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, because Geminis are like the social butterfly. I think it may be saying like, hey, you might have to break the news to some people that, hey, we're just not that close of friends. There's some people that think like, oh my god, yeah, we're best friends, and we're like, what? Hold on, we're coworkers at best, you know. You know, it's gonna be like that. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles as well. Yep, what I say. Locking in and doing the work. No more curiosity. No more like, oh, what's this? Like, what if I did that? Like, no, no, no. No more what if I did it. No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We are doing this. Yeah. The experiments have failed now, you know, but now it's time to do the real work, I think. Oh my god, there's a woman's face coming out of her book, right? A book? Scroll, right? And she's like sewing it into there. And then her legs are like a compass. There's an exactness to them. Precision. Let's see. Yeah, many acquaintances. I think this is right. I think I counted that right. Beautiful sun card. Currently, the sun, where we are. Okay. Again, and we see that relationship as well, kind of maybe playing a role here, but these are just more so internal aspects of yourself. You know, the twins in Gemini. And here, the sun unites them, reveals the two aspects to each other. And so what's going on around them, surrounding this, is the 10 of Pentacles. Again, here I go doing the, right? Yeah, doing it wrong again. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. The 10 of Pentacles then. I think it's the longevity. Again, these relationships are going to be, how long are these going to be lasting? How far are they going to go into the future? 2025 is really going to be like, okay, where are we going? Similar to what we said with Taurus, you know, of, you know, what relationships are of value. Or was it Aries that I said? If you watch the whole thing, you see our sunny disposition. This deck looks beautiful. Right, Gunhild? I overlooked it. I overlooked this deck. So yeah, the 10 of Pentacles here is, again, relationships that are gonna span to multi-generations, you know. I think of that one anime, not necessarily a positive idea or story, because it's about these two warring families that, like, it started off with like these two moms that their kids got into it or whatever, and then like generations later they're two warring families. I think it's called Basilisk. I think I really enjoyed the anime. But it's that relationships that are going to influence the future for generations to come, and that's kind of the idea. I think Gemini kind of doesn't really think too far in the future as a sign compared to like other signs like Taurus or Sagittarius, or what's another sign, Aquarius even. I think they're kind of like surrounding near future. They're thinking more like in the current year rather than like generations to come. So this isn't really necessarily their strong suit, but I digress. Moving on. Did I say that right? Did I use that term right? But I digress. And the Ace of Cups. Reverse hopes and fears. Huh. I guess this could tie into the Two of Cups of relationships and new opportunities for relationships, and how far is this going to last? Again, kind of like with the surrounding energy here with the 10 of Pentacles. How long are these relationships going to last? Are these worth the time and energy to upkeep? You know, are we getting are we getting what's the word? Reciprocating? No. Right? Something along those lines. Are we getting, is there a back and forth with the relationships that we really want to pursue and look into, you know? Oh, wait. And potential outcome, the Queen of Pentacles. This is, again, the nurturing mother. I really like her. I think she's beautiful. That again, she really helps the garden grow. Let me tell you, with the Eight of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, very powerful watery cards. A lot of water and earth, from what I see. Right? Right or no? There's a bit of fire with the Ace of Wands and the Sun. But we've got all the elements here, but air kind of seems to be struggling here, which is your element, Gemini. But it's good to really work with the other four elements. And that's kind of part of the great work, making sure the other elements are in harmony with the ones that we're comfortable with. We may be comfortable with some elements, but we got to have all four in harmony. So yeah. But, and that goes for all the signs, you know, not just Gemini. But the Queen of Pentacles here is that, again, growth. It's tending to the garden, and that sometimes means you got to prune some branches. You got to do some pruning, you know. So yeah, bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. Again, kind of that realm of influence, that control where we're going, and but it's but being at the bottom of the deck, what does it mean? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Because it is, again, we see that Gemini energy here with the two faces, the two horses going opposite directions here, the two moons as well. It's a very lunar thing, which I guess because Cancer. But moving on, I think this is where, again, playing to Gemini's strength of the multiple personalities working well to maneuver different social circumstances. So yeah, not really quite clear what the whole message is, like it was for Taurus or Aries so far. More so, I guess, tend to your social garden. I think it's very much about return of investment in any situation. Right. I'm seeing like a strong kind of with a feature to relationships with the Two of Cups and the Sun and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Let's see what your oracle card will be. Gemini. Eruption, but reversed. Eruption reversed. How is that going to work out? I guess it's kind of like maybe something's building up. I think this year is all about an eruption that's going to come, that needs to be released. It's either an eruption you're not releasing, or maybe like not an eruption, but maybe like an implosion. You gotta be careful with that. But in what way? How can we expand that energy? How can we let that eruption release healthily and naturally and in a much more productive and safe way? But I think some things are just going to get destroyed in the lava flow. What could it mean? I don't know. Let me know how it goes, Gemini, with this eruption card. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there we go. That was Gemini. Let's see what's next. Oh, yep, back over there. Okay, so what's the next deck? Who's next? Who's next? Cancer, watery Cancer. I think I know the deck to use for them. I think the last time I did this, I also used the deck I'm going to use for them. So yeah, let's see. What are we going to use for you, Cancer? just doing an overview. Oh, no. My initial thought was one, but then I realized I got this one, and I was like, this is the one I want to use. This is the Rain Shadow Tarot. This is one I don't really use much, but we're gonna see. So that's the deck. It sounds like work. I'm like, unfortunately, yeah. Let's see here. So this is your reading. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Lady Night, this used to be your sign. Right? If I'm not mistaken, right? How the traditional astrology works. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Lady Night. Oh, because I called you Cancer. I see. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's shuffle because we don't want this to be too long, but I think we're still gonna take a minute. I used to be a Cancer, not anymore. That's the old Lady Night. Let's see. Cancer, 2025. Let's see. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles reversed. Cancer, we got some decisions to be made. Changes and shifts are happening, which that's kind of for everyone. Changes are coming, you know? But this is more so like choices. What choices are you going to make, Cancer? What decisions are you going to make? That's kind of the main feature of this or that. And what crosses that? Eight of Pentacles. The eight's crossing a lot of people here. And this is, again, oh, wow. I see this like, I see the figure here of this person, which is making me think of like self-work, working on the self and self-transformation, self-development, things like that. Rather than where like the traditional Eight of Pentacles is like menial work, you know, of like crafting and forming things. But here it's more so like, how do you work upon yourself? Therapy kind of stuff. How do you do what therapists? What's your internal personal work? How is that affecting the decisions and the choices you made? You know, and how that's affecting your day-to-day life and the people that you surround yourself with. Let's see here. What's supporting you? The bottom, is it the shadow? No, it's what supports you. The Two of Swords again. Really take your time, which I think this is like something that Cancer is really pretty good at. I think I don't think they have an issue with, you know, thinking things over before taking action or making a choice. You know, with the Two of Discs here, we have the Two of Swords of where the decision is being, you know, thought over. You know, things are being digested and being like, is that right? Give me a minute here. Hold on. Let me do it. You know, there's no like, oh yeah, this is the thing I have to do. Like, even if it is something that you for sure are gonna do, you still think it over, and that's really gonna help you in 2025. What's moving out? The Queen of Cups. This is your card, Cancer. I like these jewels that are like raining down, decorating her around her. But yeah, the Queen of Cups, she's lunar, she's emotions, but she's reversed. Hmm. 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 Which I guess that's where, like, or I was talking about, like, self-development and working on yourself and bettering yourself. The toxic Cancer is moving out. Better Cancer is moving in. The Cancer 2.0 is ready to come in, I think. So I think you've really looked at your flaws and what's wrong, or things that you could have done better, maybe, and seeing how you can maneuver through situations now, uh, to versus how you used to do them, and that you reevaluated that, and now it's like, okay, it's time to shift gears here and be like, this isn't working for me. I think I need to try this instead. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have the Hermit, crowning you reversed, secluding yourself. Again, I think this is what Cancer's, again, something that I think Cancer does pretty well, being alone. For some reason, I think it's that, again, hard shell exterior but soft on the inside. It's that kind of playing a role here for some reason. Somehow it's playing a role. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. It just is. But the Hermit here is that solitude, that being alone. This crowns you. Again, there's a focus on the self here now, this year, and so there's really not much for uh, other people, coworkers and friends and family. Maybe, it's just, it seems that your self is kind of taking the main stage here, Cancer. If this doesn't serve you, why are you gonna input input any energy into it, Cancer? I think the Hermit here is telling you, listen, focus on yourself. But I think reverse, it might be a warning of, like, don't seclude too much. Maybe. 4, 5, 9. Let's see here. The 5 of Wands is what's coming in. I like how colorful this is. And reversed, this is gonna rub some people the wrong way. This here, this introspective time in your throughout 2025 is gonna it's gonna cause some trouble, I think, for you. The 5 of Wands, like I said, like, there's not really much in terms of interpersonal stuff showing with the cards here, with all of these individual, like, focused cards, again, with you being the Queen of Cups, these internal, like, weighing your options and thinking things over, the Hermit and the 8 of Pentacles here, of that working on oneself. This is gonna probably cause some issues with other people, your relationships to other people, again, friends, family, coworkers, love interests. It's gonna rub people the wrong way. It's gonna cause some issues or conflict. And you just got to remind them, it's not you, it's me. As cliche as that sounds, but that's kind of the idea here. I'm working on myself. I may say the wrong things or come off the wrong way to you, but that's if you're taking it personal, that's you. You gotta remind people of that, and don't be upset because you made other people upset, if that makes sense. Because you're working on yourself. It's not selfish, it's self-care. You're shellfish, right? Get it? Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did? I don't know. Let's see here. Then we have the Ace of Wands, current situation, the current energy right now, kind of tying with the 2 of Pentacles. Again, it's that start, it's that spark. This is a new venture for you. Ace of Wands, it's something's blooming here. Something's opening up. Interesting. Let's see. Surrounding energy. The 6 of Cups. I'm liking this. Cancer, this is going to be a great year for you. But again, in terms of, but this all depends on what you want, right, Cancer? If you're a Cancer that's wanting to, again, find a relationship or get married or start dating or whatever, or have a good, healthy workplace environment, maybe. I think these cards are kind of saying, like, I think your self-care and self-development is actually going to take the forefront this year. And it's going to rub some people the wrong way. And so, yeah, the Six of Cups, though, it shows there's a bit of harmony, though. I think once you find those people that are like, oh, I get what you're going through. I've been there. I'm doing the same thing. They'll understand, I think. And they'll give you the space, and the time. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles again. And this is your hopes and fears. This isn't forever. Like I said, as I mentioned, to those people that are looking for others and trying to make more social connections, even though, like, we got the Hermit, like all these cards of, like, focusing on the self rather than building and fortifying relationships. The Ten of Pentacles is telling you it's not going to be forever. It may seem like it may seem that this is forever, but it's gonna be for the best. The hopes is that the Ten of Pentacles, the future generations here, your children or your friends' children or people, of the next generation will appreciate that. And also, it could also tie into, this is something that a lot of people have been, like, posting on Instagram, at least, is healing generational traumas. Your ancestors looking at you heal your own the generational trauma that has been that you are carrying in this life. This could also be karmic in a way, but I don't know much about that, so don't come at me. Don't come at me. I don't know. I don't know much on that. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see here. Potential outcome. The Seven of Swords. Tricky. Again, nobody knows what's going on inside your head and inside your heart. Only you do. And so this kind of ties into this here, the Five of Wands. So again, on the outside, it may seem selfish, but you're not being selfish. You're working on yourself at this time, Cancer. So don't worry about how you come off to other people. Only worry about how you are doing for yourself, not for others. And bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands. It's just kind of warning us about overburdening ourselves with too much. I think this, when it comes to therapy and self-development and overcoming trauma and all that, sometimes you can't do that all on your own, though. Which is kind of where the Hermit was warning you about. And I think a therapist, a counselor or therapist, someone that has experience in this can really help you with that, and also help you maintain the relationships you do want to keep healthy while you're going through this moment in 2025. So yeah, Cancer, I like this spread. I like this reading. A lot of personal growth, a lot of healing internally and emotionally. And I think, as a Cancer, I think you guys need that. I feel like Cancers are too sensitive. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I think you guys are too sensitive. I'm just kidding. No, I think you're more so well in tune with your emotions, and I think everybody should take a note on that. And your Oracle card, Cancer. Abundance. I think this is kind of like, I think you could think of this as like your microbiome. Gut health, maybe. But yeah, this is gonna be good for you. And after that, it's gonna be like, I think when you become a better person, you're gonna be a better person for the people that you love and the people that you surround yourself with. And the people who don't see that or appreciate that, they're gonna be leaving. They're gonna be leaving, and they're gonna be moving away from you, and they're gonna be leaving your life in 2025. And I think we can all use that, honestly. Right? Yeah. Okay. There you go, Cancer. Loved that. That was fun. I'm like kind of jealous. Kind of jealous of Cancer right now. So let's see. Okay, so Leo. What are we going to use for you, Leo? I guess we have to do Leo too. We're going to use you. To match your gaudy personality, we're going to do the Tarot of Delphi. Nah, Tarot of Delphi is not gaudy, but I think this will be a good little deck for you guys. So let's see, Leo. Oh, also, before I forget, Leo, there we go. I swear, a part of me is like, what if I spelled one of the signs wrong? Ooh, I hope not. Or I spelled reading wrong on one of them. But oh well, we'll see after the live stream's over. Let's see, Leo. See, I see. I'm not a fan of Leos. I'm just not. They're too self-centered. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. You guys aren't self-centered, because you guys more so care about what people think of you. I think that's probably the issue to me. Moving on, though. Enough dragging Leo. Let's see. One more shuffle just to make sure I got it right this time. Okay, Leo, let's see. What do you got? What you got for 2025? Ace of Cups. Okay. Emotional relationship, new opportunities there. Lots of focus on the heart. Love, which again, that is like the part of the body that you rule, the heart. What crosses that? What's crossing that? But again, the reverse though. What's going on here? What's going on with your heart here? Ah, the Hero of Swords. Love lost, perhaps? Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, and the Artisan of Cups. Huh. Supporting you. So I think this is going to be a very social year for you, and definitely building up your intimate emotional relationships that you have with people. Does that make sense? Right? Intimate, emotionally intimate things, like really, really close bonds, not just best friends, but even like, of course, close relationships as well. Loved ones for sure is going to be the main feature here for 2025 for you, Leo, so far. The sun showing up again. The sun is showing up like all over these cards, except for maybe Cancer. Cancer didn't really get the sun, but this is your card here. This is the sun is what rules your sign, and that's moving out. I think it's definitely, and that ties into like quite a bit of what's moving on with a lot of signs going on here. It's the new year, new me type of idea here. And so I think the sun is definitely that. And also like a focus on sleeping here. You see the woman sleeping here and the woman sleeping here. You're waking up. I wouldn't be surprised if Judgment pulls up in the spread. Let's see. And the Eight of Cups. Oh no, I thought it was the Eight of Cups. Nope, it's the Eight of Coins, but also a card that's been like throughout all of these readings for all the signs so far. The Eight of Coins crowning us. It's that work that helps. It's that. What labor have you overlooked? Things that you thought wasn't that important actually is going to be way more important this year. Things that you probably find tedious is actually going to probably take the main stage in 2025. And then energy that's coming in, the Hero of Wands. Ooh, you got to be careful with rash, quick decisions and actions. Your intentions may be good, Leo, but you got to be careful with especially daunting and courageous moves and actions. You got to be careful with where you're taking action, Leo, and what is it you're doing, for not only your own safety, but for the safety of your loved ones. Again, here we have the Hero of Swords with the Hero of, like you're going off to fight this battle, but it's like, what if you need to stay home? What if you need to stay with your loved ones and it's better to protect them close by? Because sometimes it's not that dramatic, like the Eight of Coins here says. It's just menial small work. Don't take it too seriously. Let's see here. Current situation, the Five of Coins. You may not be happy with where you're at, which probably plays into the Ace of Cups as well, reversed. You may be finding some stress and worry, which is one of the keywords for the Five of Coins, worry, or material worry. I can't remember what the Golden Dawn term is, but in Thoth, it's one of the keywords is worry with this, which, yeah, don't stress and overreact. You are a fixed sign after all. Fixed fire got that, that excitement, that energy, that spark. But I usually see Leo as the hearth. We don't expect you to be the combustion engine. We want you to be home, stable, warming, and inspirational. So don't stress too much about it. Things are going to take care of themselves. It may feel like it, and it definitely may seem like it, again, but overreacting and taking to, isn't gonna solve the problem though. Surrounding situation. Oh, what did I say? And again, I'm always doing this wrong. There we go. Judgment. Here we have time and death, but not death in the sense of of like violent or anything. It's more of like a natural causing death of like, this is how things are type of death, of even like a peaceful death as well. And fate, I believe, are the three figures here. And yeah, big changes. A big change in the self, especially with like I said, with the sun moving out. Yourself, the old self is going out. The new self is here. No more sleep. It's time to wake up. Which I don't know. Is there what transits are? I think Mars is retrograding in Leo in traditional astrology, if I'm not mistaken, this year. That could play a role into it, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'm like, I took a gander at the year ahead, but I'm like, I'm not, I don't have it open and looking at it right now. And then we have the 10 of Coins as well. Again, another card that's been popping up. Surrounding situation. No, hopes and fears. 10 of Coins. Again, this is definitely going to be a year that's going to definitely impact the far future of the foreseeable generations that we are going to see. And that's is going to be quite impactful. If the 10 of Coins is happening quite a bit, and the sun as well, And the Eight of Coins, it seems that it's time to really start putting in work that's going to really influence the future, you know. I think this is a message for everyone as well. I think that rather than just Leo, but for Leo particularly, heed this advice. Because this is a reading for you. And potential outcome, the Lovers reversed. Listen, if you were looking for a relationship, Leo, this year is not the year. I mean, sure, you'll date someone, but it may not. Something's going to be off about it. In what way, I don't know. Whether this is like your forever one true love, whatever that you're looking for, that may not be the case. And this may be a relationship that really tests you and really puts you through the ringer. Again, there's this a focus on emotional intimacy again. And the Lovers is definitely going to be showing that, yeah, those close loved ones that you're close to are, it seems that they're going to go through stuff. And you got to be there, I think, to support them. Don't run off. I think that's what it is. Don't run away from your loved ones, Leo. Don't do that. Why do I look so... Hold on a minute. I knew I looked weird. I was like, I don't have... That's right. My lighting. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. That is... there we go. No? Are you not going to... Give me a second here. I should have done this before, but I didn't think it would get... I should know better. I should know that it does get darker sooner. But I'm like, why do I look so fucking dark? Nope. Much better. There we go. There I am. Hello. I'm in shadow. Okay. There we go. But yeah, Six of Cups. Again, don't be off on your own doing your own thing. Look at, there are those two people there. And she's off doing her own thing. They don't want to interrupt her. Guess what, girl? Wake up, Leo. Wake up. Wake up, Leo. No more daydreaming. No more sleeping. And no more running away from your loved ones. And that's the message I see for you. And then your Oracle card. Harmony. Huh. Which kind of, like I said, don't run away from it. Don't stress about it. There's a lot of changes going on and you may be worrying about it, but you know what? Things are going to be working out just fine, Leo. Don't worry about it. And that's kind of it. Don't worry about it. Don't run away. You're fine. You're doing okay. I think that's the message there for you, Leo. Take a screenshot. There you go. And keep this message in mind for 2025. So there we go, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Okay, so who's next on the list? Who's next on the chopping block? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it goes Virgo next. When I was doing this, I was like, is this the right one? But yeah, either way, I think as long as we do all the signs, I think we should be fine. Unlike the last time I did it, I forgot Sagittarius. Sorry, Sagittarius. It's nothing personal. I just overlooked you, you know. But never again. Never again. Okay, let's see. What deck are we going to use for Sagittarius? Let's see here. It's a good deck for Sagittarius. What do we have here? What are we going to use? Did I say Sagittarius? No, Virgo. Right, I'm thinking Sagittarius. Jesus Christ. You know what? I know which one. I know just the deck for you. Get over here. There we go. Virgo, give us the truth. Honey, has the tarot ever lied? Okay, Virgo, I'm using the Far Out Tarot for you. So not as colorful, but you know what? I still like it. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Okay, that should be good. I think that's enough. I think that's enough shuffling. Itchy ear. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Listen, Gunhild, I'm sorry. It's just, listen, I shuffled right. You said you wanted the truth, and the Three of Swords is about some pretty hard truths. Virgo's looking back, it's Gunhild's fault. I'm just kidding. I actually like this one. I'm thinking of the song by Donna Summer. Yes, I'm being that gay. What's it called? MacArthur Park, I think. Right? Is that the song? And she sings about, the cake being left out in the rain and the frosting is starting to melt and run down in the park. She left the cake in the park and it's raining and the cake is ruined. So yeah, there's some hard truths of your cake being ruined. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Let's see here. Hold on. I know this is very rude mid-reading, but I'm like, I need to check. Just making sure I didn't get a call or something. Okay, yeah, making sure. I was like, wait a second. I don't have my phone near me. I'm like, what if I get a call? Okay, now. Back to you, Virgo. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see. What crosses you? Temperance. Uh-huh. What does it mean? Something about managing your emotions for these hard truths that you're learning, I think. Of it's 2020, 2025. I kind of want to zoom in here. Give me a second here. Because these cards are kind of wrong one. Let me see here. There we go. Let me see if this will help. Nope, still doing that one for some reason. Oh wait, no, it's this one I got to do. No, because then it's going to cut out the no. Oh, we're not going to do that. Nope. Sorry about that. I tried something, didn't work out. So yeah, temperance crossing it though is kind of like, you know what? You're going to be able to handle it though. I like it. The 10 of Pentacles, which is Virgo's card, which is a card of Virgo, which is Sun in Virgo. Or this is the Decan, no, Mercury. Yeah, Mercury Virgo, which Sun, Mercury, pretty close together anyways. But yeah, here we have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, that multi-generational thing. It's what everyone else is going through. Everybody's going to go through this. What's the next generation going to go through within the next year and even the next few years? I'm thinking also politically within the Western world, at least in the US. 10. The 9 of Pentacles. We're moving out. Yeah, no more luxury. No more treating yourself, Virgo. It's no more. I'm sorry. You just can't. You've had those gifts, those luxuries, your cake, but now it's time to eat it. Now it's time to move along. Let's see. We have now the Queen of Swords crowning you. Again, like I said, so yeah, you're going to get these hard truths. but they're hard truths that you're going to come to these conclusions of. Does that make sense? Yeah. And they're going to be coming from you probably, and you're going to be like, listen, and it's really going to be like, you can't argue with it. These truths are going to come to you. You're going to be like, well, I guess, I guess this is what we're doing. It's going to be like the what the hell, sure. That's kind of the idea with the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. You're going to just see it like, what the hell, sure. Your engine's going to give out on you on your car. You're going to be like, sure, what the hell, sure. You're just you're kind of going to roll with the punches with some of the hard things that life is going to throw at you this year. Let's see what's coming in here. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. So it seems that it's going to be a pretty slow year, though. I think not much is going to be happening. I mean, these are pretty slow cards, I think. I think maybe the fastest energy here is probably the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords, and even then, not that fast. Like the 10, the 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, even Temperance. These are very easy moving, go with the flow. So it's going to be a pretty slow moving year for you, I think. And this may get in the way of things that you need to take care of if they're time sensitive. But it's just that life's going to be like, nope, you got to take your time. Nope, not too fast. No. That's kind of what's being said here. Well, I like that. Well, that's good. Let's see. Again, the moon as well showing up to a lot of people. Again, and here we see a huntress, Diana. What are you hunting for? What are you looking for? What do you want out of life? And I think in this current situation, you're going to come to, again, reevaluate what it is that you want, and know that it's going to take some time to get there, because like I said, the moon, also a very slow moving card. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh, and the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to resources. Yeah. I'm not sure how that's going to work for you, but I think that, again, or things being held back from you or kept from you. Gatekeeping. And the Seven of Cups reversed. Hopes and fears. I think this is kind of typical of a Virgo. I feel for some reason. Just the, you got, I feel like they're very like nervous type people, no tea, no shade, but like, I just get like I feel like Virgos are riddled with anxiety. And I think the Seven of Cups kind of ties into that. The worst can happen. The best, though, can happen. And Temperance and the Three of Swords is going to really help cut this out and really deal with this and really help you work through that. Then we have the Eight of Wands. Ooh, reversed. So yeah, it may be slow, but it seems like it's all gonna move forward all of a sudden. It's something quick is gonna be, or some quick movement's gonna happen, but it's probably gonna be reversed. So reverse is probably gonna be like probably during like retrogrades or an energy that is moving backwards rather than forward momentum. So yeah, then we have at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. Something about the emotions. A fresh new emotion that you never thought you had. And here it is again. Something like that. Or maybe perhaps you've been neglecting your emotional side, and this may influence the Seven of Cups or be tied into the Seven of Cups in some way. with hopes and fears, you know, and yeah, this is like the Ace of Cups is like, hey, remember this? You know, you're gonna be like, damn, what about that? But don't stress about it. You're gonna Temperance and the Three of Swords are gonna help manage that stress. So yeah. So let's see here. Oracle card for you, Virgo. Earth. Right? Earth? Yeah. Earth. Like in Lilo and Stitch. I don't know if y'all remember that. But anyways, we see this mold here. Very earthy. I mean, you do have it's a very earthy reading here with 9, 10, Knight, and the 4 of Pentacles here. 4 out of 10. I mean, like, that's almost half. I can't think of anything else. I guess the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Maybe there's some Saturnian energy, which I think is there. But anyways, so yeah, with the Earth reverse, it's that again, and that is your element. But I think it's time to kind of grow out of that. And I think that's what the fungus, the mold here, the mushroom growing out here is kind of saying. You know, you have this rich earth. Now it's time to grow something out of it, which is probably what the 8 of Wands is tying into. You know, that growth and things like that. But when with gardening in any way, shape, or form, is going to take time. You know, which again, slow moving kind of goes with what you're good at. So yeah, so 2025, not a bad year, for Virgos at least. This deck is also very slidey. I don't know how she got it with this matte finish, but look at that. Look at how they just slide around. They move on their own. Stop it. There we go. They just move on their own. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she got that air cushion finish with this smooth matte finish, but yeah. But anyways, I saw it and I was like, you know what, I think this deck will be Virgo. So yeah. Also, Earth with grounding oneself, which I think is going to help with the stress of the 7 of Cups and the anxieties that 7 of Cups will bring. So yeah. So moving on. Let's see. Who's next? Libra. Aries sign of Libra. What are we going to use for Libra? What about you? What are you? What did I put in you? No. Let's see, Libra. What are we going to do for you, Libra? What, Libra? I know what we're going to use for you. Where'd you go? There it is. You're getting the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. Don't ask me why, you just are. Don't complain. But everybody got these nice stats. I wanted to... No. You're getting this. All right, good night, Gunhild. Libra, you're getting this. Okay, Libra. Let's see. What you got? Judgment reversed. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like it's like maybe perhaps something that's already been brought to your awareness, but you're not necessarily getting the message that you need to hear. It's like an alarm, but you don't know what the alarm is for, but it always wakes you up, but you're just not sure what. Crossed by justice, which I think judgment and justice and Libra, it's just this is definitely like your forte. Hello, Y. How are you, Y? What are you up to? Let's see. So yeah, justice is just crossing judgment. It seems that you're looking at how systems and things work, and it's the revolutionary is probably going to come out of you, Libra. Watching you. Four of Pentacles also showed up for you, but it's supporting you. So but it's reversed. So maybe it's time to let go of stuff. No, I'm on Libra. Libra is, we still like a few signs away. So yeah, let's see. So don't worry, why we'll get to yours next. Don't worry, or not next, but I think Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, then Capricorn. I think yes. So yeah, so the Four of Pentacles, holding on to stuff, and well, let's see. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to this. He's going through something. 2025, he's going to be going through something. Why? So yeah, so it's all about knowing what to let go of and what to hold on to. What's moving out, energy moving out. We got the Nine of Swords. We like that. I think this is where cards like this should be in a spread. Whatever kept you up at night, it's no longer going to stress you out. I mean, yeah. Oh, gee. Let's see. So yeah, it's I like that. I think you're gonna finally get some good night's sleep. 6, 7, 9. Let's see. Oh, what crowns you the High Priestess? I think this ties into it. What are you sharing of yourself? What are you opening up about? I think maybe you're opening up about the wrong things, and this year is about opening up about the right things. But what are the right things to share? Sometimes and I think that's up to you, Libra, as to like what you're comfortable with. And I think this year is definitely going to be like, you know what? I'm now comfortable and ready for it. And this may be something that happens December of 2025, but it's going to happen. What's coming in? The Five of Cups, disappointment. And reverse. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. It seems that 2025 is gonna not really give you what you want. Where you are right now, current situation, the Four of Wands, celebration, and this good structure, but again, this is just a framework of something. It's not. It's a stable structure, but it's not secure or anything. And with the incoming stuff, with being the Five of Cups, I don't think you should expect this structure to really become anything else, if that makes sense. And the Four of Wands is quite it's not stable. It's too open, and it's just a start. It's a good start, but it's and surrounding situation, we have the King of Swords, and Libra. This card could also represent you, and it's definitely that. Probably tying in with justice and judgment, that clear decision that has to be made. Yeah. Also, lots of lots of eights. The Eight of Cups and the Eight of Coins has been popping up for all the signs in these readings. And so who the hell is outside yelling? Okay. So it seems that, again, with that disappointment, it's kind of the hopes and fears are like, should I just give up on things? I'm like, no, it doesn't hurt to keep trying, Libra. Okay, it doesn't hurt to try, I should say. Eight of Cups is definitely not a card that says, like, keep trying. Like, Eight of Cups reverse is definitely like, you worked really hard on it, but it's time to move away from it, you know? And this probably ties into what's moving on, because this may have been tied into whatever you're moving away from and whatever you're giving up on may have been keeping you up at night and stressing you out, Libra. Oh, how funny. The Hermit reversed. Beware being closed off, which kind of matches the figure of the Five of Cups. Don't walk away and seclude yourself. I think it's definitely like when it comes to relationships during these times right here with the Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, and all that, you can still rely on your loved ones. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Six of Wands reversed. You're gonna get some W's, okay, and you're still gonna win, but it may not be in the places that you think or you expected it to be, or probably even where you wanted, but you're still gonna get some wins and accomplishments. And I think you gotta be careful with being a sore winner, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And your Oracle card, let's see. Oh, what'd I say? Relationship. You know, your potential outcome is probably like, I'm going to end up alone. That's not true. You're never alone. You are never alone. You know, even if there's like nobody actually in your life, you'll be surprised where you find relationships and bonds and trust around you, and friendships and love. You know, does that make sense? But yeah, I like that. I like this so far. You know, and this relationships are, again, Libra's a strong suit. You know, they're great at forming relationships and being diplomatic and listening to others and all that. So yeah. I think, from what little I know of astrology, you know, okay, put that disclaimer on every single reading I do, with what little I know of astrology. Okay, so next we have, who's next? Scorpio. I love a good Scorpio. Scorpio's a fun sign. What are we going to use for Scorpio? Let's see. Let me put this here. What is a Scorpio deck? What should we use for you, Scorpio? I think I know. Which one. I know the deck we're going to use. Don't be mad because I'm being biased here, but, you know, that's kind of like the name of the game here. Because I am a Scorpio rising. Nice undies. They're shorts. They're not undies. No, I would not be showing my undies. That would be what would it be? That'd be for the OnlyFans, which not gonna do. They're shorts, I promise. I'm like, if you were to see me in my underwear, you would know I'd be in underwear. but they're shorts. Calm down. I would not, if I was in my underwear, if I was doing this in my underwear, I would be covering the camera. Trust, you would not know. You would not see it. I just know you took so many screenshots. Why? Okay, last two shuffles. This one and then another riffle, and we should be good. Rewind button. They're not underwear, I swear. Okay, Scorpio. Speaking of underwear, okay, Scorpio. What do we got? What do you got for you? What do we got for you? 6 of Cups. Energy rising up from deep under, which that's you, Scorpio. You know, definitely deep subconscious stuff. But now it's rising up and breaking the surface of the water. It's crossing you. The Hermit. The things that's getting in the way of that. You gotta. I mean, how are you gonna share what's coming out internally, externally, if there's no one to listen to? You know what I mean? What's the point of shooting an arrow if there's no target? When you open up, someone's got to be listening, Scorpio. The Fool reverse. People also got, someone else got the Fool in the supporting position. I think Aries did. And the Fool reversed here. We've got being careless with it. Again, be careful with who you share this to then. And don't be careless with your with opening up with your emotions like that. If you guys caught that, you didn't. But there's a reason. But no, you didn't catch that. Okay? But maybe. Anyways, so yeah, the Knight of Discs. Again, this tying in with the 6 of Cups of things rising up, that sitting back, relaxing, and letting it mull over and ferment deep within and letting it boil over. It's the sitting still time is over. It's time to take action, and how you take action with others is going to probably be the main focus of this year, I think. No more seclusion. Even though the Hermit's kind of like, yeah, no more seclusion, because again, it's how you need people to hear what you got to share, The World, I love this. Look at that. Very big changes for you, Scorpio, with the World and the Fool. These are two, and they're both reversed. And so here we see that I believe the Fool travels the world, and the world is the environment here. And so you're definitely going to find your place this year, and you're going to make some really good connections, I think, Scorpio, emotional and relationships as well. And then the Knight of, like I said, no more sitting around and enjoying your environment. It's now time to take action and do and go and see and discover and influence and interact and react. And just no more holding back, Scorpio. Which I guess for people who have wronged a Scorpio, watch out. You're really going to get it this year. current situation, current surrounding. Ace of Discs. Okay, great opportunity, but it may not be coming from a place you like or a place you were expecting. This Ace of Discs is that, again, this no more introspection as well. You know, it focuses the labyrinth as well is one of the things here. It's definitely you're definitely showing your true colors, Scorpio, and some people may not be ready for that. Some people just can't handle it. Yeah, right? No, it's gonna go like this, right? No, okay, yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm like, I got confused there. And then we have, the Ace of Cups. Listen, look, listen, look. I only pull the cards. But this is your environment. With the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, very watery, focused cards here. And this is the surrounding environment. So, yeah, it's going to be, you're going to be expressing your emotions quite intensely, which par for the course, Scorpio. Oh, hopes and fears, the Five of Cups. Do not, the Five of Cups is I was about to go with it, but no, Five of Cups, that's healing and probably finding out wounds and ailments that you probably didn't notice before with the Five of Cups reverse. But again, that's kind of like the only concern here would be, are you capable of healing? No, you're not supposed to heal it. That's why we have doctors and therapists and counselors, other people to help heal you. You're not supposed to do everything yourself, Scorpio, which is, again, reaching out to others. You can't do everything yourself, Scorpio. And potential outcome, the Queen of Swords. Ooh, thought and memory. In the mental landscape here, I think we're definitely going to have a better, clearer understanding of our psyches, Scorpio. So let's see here. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Great opportunities now are going to open up to you, but you got to look for them, Scorpio. And I think they're going to happen if you actually heed the advice of connecting to others, opening up to others, relating to others. No more being in that shell, going out and meeting people. If you were, cloistering yourself off, it's time to open up and react and share with others, and that's going to bring in more opportunities to you. Okay, last card. Oracle card for Scorpio. We've got the Moon. Okay. What do you need? What is it that you're reflecting on as well? What else? The subconscious. Again, the Moon rules the tides. There could be these small little ripples here, or it could be these great waves. You got the whole gamut here, I think. You got the deepest wells of water with like water itself with the Ace of Cups, and we have these giant waves with the Hermit, and the Six of Cups being this swimming in the water and being a good swimmer in it. And the Moon control those tides and all that. So yeah, not sure what else the Moon could be saying here, but maybe pay attention to the Moon phases this year. Pay attention to when there's a full moon and what happens during then, and pay attention to when there's a new moon and what happens there. If you see anything, and then take note of that. I would say, take note of the lunar phases and eclipses even during 2025, Scorpio. So yeah. That I think will help in some way. Okay. For a split second, I thought that I did this whole reading without having the banner for Scorpio down there. I was like, anyways, moving on. Sagittarius. What are we going to do for you, Sagittarius? That's the real question. What deck are we going to use for Sagittarius? I think I know which one. go? There you are. One of these days I'm going to run over my little toes with this thing. The Telos Tarot. That's what we're going to do for you, Sagittarius. Is it looking a little dark? Should I do this? Does that help? Is that too bright? I hope that doesn't. Okay, the glare shouldn't be... Okay, the glare should be okay. Right? Ugh, it's like blinding me. But it's blinding me. Oh gosh, how are we going to do this? How's that? I hope that's okay. Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What new horizons will you experience in 2025? I believe my cousin's a Sagittarius, if I'm not mistaken. Should I count that? I'm not. Oh my gosh. No jumpers. We don't do that. Not in this house. This is a non-jumper reading house. Okay, last shuffle. Maybe one more. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what we got for you. The Ten of Cups. Yeah. Things starting off great, but the reality of what has to come through and the maintenance of it, the work of maintaining happiness is coming through this year. What's gonna get in the way of that? The Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter rules your sign, so, but that's kind of gonna get in the way. Like just general life. I think it's just like, you know what? That's life. Why are you so surprised? Yeah, that's what happens. Things get in the way, things happen, things change. But I think it's all about with what Jupiter, what Sagittarius is great at, is anticipating it. So play to your strengths, Jupiter, and you'll be able to see. Did I say play to your strengths, Jupiter? No, play to your strengths, Sagittarius, and you'll be able to see any incoming obstacles or upsets that may hinder, again, maintaining this happiness. We should also take note of the 10 crossing the 10. Here we have the 9 of Wands. Again, this is, again, a Sagittarian, very Sagittarius energy here with the moon here. This is strength. Again, we see this man walking a path, and we see a bear and an ape before him. And it's that, again, 2025 is gonna throw some curveballs at you, but I think you should be able to anticipate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but he's barking outside. The energy that is leaving, the Knight of Swords, and that there he is, again, very rapid moving, very swift, and Sagittarius is no more swift action. I think we're going to see a shift into much more slower pace and taking your time, because sometimes, when you go at a certain speed, it's going to be harder to see what's coming up the path, when you're going at a faster speed, Sagittarius. So maybe it's time to slow down. Let's see. Six of Wands, it's crowning you. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot. Like, there's gonna be a lot of W's. Lots of wins uh, for you, Sagittarius. And I think you should anticipate those. But I think with any success, there's gonna come some strings attached to it. You won, but and I think again, you're gonna anticipate that, but lust reversed. Don't go too crazy. Don't wild out. And, use that power, that will that you have for good. Really put that in, direct that force in different directions than you originally thought you needed to put it in. Does that make sense? Oh. The Hermit reverse. Again, that introspective seclusion here. That's going to be on the way. We're going to move away from that. Kind of what we were kind of talking about with Scorpio. That here it seems that you're kind of forced into it, Sagittarius. But I don't know if you should fight against it or maybe direct your energy a different way. It is reversed, so there we go. Surrounding it again, doing this wrong. There we go, like that. Then Ace of Wands. Again, sparky energy. Lots of energy here, especially with Jupiter and the Mars and Pisces, and strength here. That again, and lust as well. And the Ace of Wands. That there's a lot of fiery energy going around here, and it's surrounding you. Even with the Hermit here, it's kind of like a ring of fire. If that makes sense. That's what I'm seeing there. Then we have Hopes and Fears, the Four of Swords, Truce. Why is it so dark here in the shadows there? Truce. So it seems that maybe some old grudges are going to come back up. I mean, it is truce. We're like, there was a battle's over. We've kind of come to an agreement, a treaty. But the Four of Swords reverse is kind of, with our Hopes and Fears, is saying like, oh, is old shit going to come back up? Don't stress about it. If you do stress about it, that's kind of what that's going to be, the self-fulfilling prophecy. Just be aware of worrying about, old grudges coming back. And potential outcome, the Empress. We like that. We love her. Definitely some love and beauty. Yeah. I think it's, again, your main struggle is going to be maintaining happiness, but it's again, and I think to kind of go back to the truth. So again, an anticipation of it, you're going to be like, oh, some old shit's going to come back. I know it. No. You're don't act on it. Just be aware of it. Again, if someone comes back up and brings it up to you, be like, I was ready for you, and this, and this, and prepare your rebuttals against that, if that makes sense, right? Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. The Empress and the Chariot and Lust and the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. Quite a lot of big energy going on here. The shifting of the wheel, the independence of the Hermit, and the self-reflection of the Hermit as well. The love of the Empress and the strength and power of Lust, with the control and drive of the Chariot, especially with like victory next to it as well. But this is going to be subconscious. It's going to be a control that you're not intentionally aware about. So just, yeah. Let's see. And your Oracle card. You've got responsibility. This kind of ties into with the Ten of Cups here, of maintenance of that happiness, and that kind of goes with the people that you connect with and the people that you love. You know, uh, relationships are responsibilities, I think, or one of the responsibilities, as well as maintaining yourself, which I guess that's what the Hermit might be talking about. Focus on yourself, love of yourself. So yeah, so that's what's coming in for you, Sagittarius. A very interesting year. Let me know how it goes. All those majors. What's gonna happen? So let's see. Okay, Sagittarius, that was for you. And now let's move on to Capricorn. We're on a roll here. We got 3 more signs to go. Where's my banners? There we go. Okay, Capricorn. What are we going to use for Capricorn? What would I wear? What are we going to use for Capricorn? What should we use for Capricorn? Nope, I shouldn't ask you guys because then I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. Capricorn's going to be like, I want this one. I want this thing. No. They're shorts. They're shorts. They're just short. Let's see. Let's do... What are we going to use for you, Capricorn? Aha. Maybe. Were you? Right? Did I put you in here? Did I put in here? Yeah, you. No, not you. Let's see, Capricorn. I think we're gonna go with this one. I might have. I don't remember using this deck actually. The last time I did a year ahead reading, the Zodiacal Tarotscope year ahead reading, but this is the Universal Tarot by Maxwell Miller, and that is what we are going to use for you, Capricorn. Okay, last shuffle. Let's not be here too long, right? Right? Yeah, that feels right. Yeah. My moon is in Capricorn. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what this... itchy eyebrow. Let's see what this we got to say here. The 8 of discs. It's your fault, Capricorn. This 8 of discs is all because of you. I don't know if we got 8 of discs for other people, but she's been coming up all over the place. And here we have this again. Here it's a more spiritual aspect of, again, these different religions here being expressed. I believe they're religions. Yes, I believe they're different symbols to different religions. But moving on, yeah, we got like Christianity, Muslim, Jewish, Taoist, right? Muslim? No. And girl, don't at me. I'm American. I'm from the US. I'm uncultured. Okay. But anyways. And so here is definitely Capricorn. What is your spiritual practice? What is that work that you do for your spirit, for your soul, What is the work that you've been managing? And what is it that you rely on during difficult times? The 3 of Swords. Hard truths again. Are you having a crisis of faith? Here we have the 6 of Wands reversed. There's some power that is just misdirected power. What is it's gonna be? This is gonna be an intriguing year for you, Capricorn. With the Six of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Eight of work needs to be done. But I think Capricorn loves a challenge and loves work, right? Why do you? Let's see. Then we have the Two of Wands. So here we have opportunities that have passed you by, or decisions that you've made that you're like, I'm going to do this. And now you're in the midst of it. You're in the throes of it. You're like, you know what? Yeah, you've made your decision. You've made your bed. Now it's time to sleep in it. Let's see what crowns you. The Three of Cups reversed. It's all about, ooh. And I mean, it's a card of like kind of like a fertility and creativity, but here it's reversed. So I think again there could be a sign of you're focusing your energy in your creative energy in where you shouldn't be, and that may get in the way of things. But the Three of Cups also talks about friendship and relationships and bonds that you make, and that's that could also, there could be issues there. I hear my dog barking. I don't know what he's barking at. It stresses me out because I'm like, who is it? But then also, I don't want my neighbors to be like, your dog is barking. I'm like, he's a dog. They bark. But I also don't want to leave him barking too long. Anyways, what's coming into you? Oh, karma. Let's move on. Listen, I shuffled these cards right. Don't come at me. Four of Swords is the current situation. There's a bit of peace, but it's kind of like it's the eye of the storm, or the calm before the storm. It's that moment of like things are fine right now, but that's right now. There's a bit of stress here with the Four of Swords reversed in the current situation. And then we have the Seven of Discs. That's Taurus Saturn right there. And there's it's I'm trying to remember if this is like I think this is, no, it's not a sigil. It's more so like it means something. But I'm thinking of it as like a constellation. And it is sorry about that. We do have all 7 planets here. And here the surrounding energy is, you gotta maybe look at your planets. Look at what's going on for 2025 or your transits for that, if that makes sense. So yeah. I'm kind of losing the plot here. And hopes and fears. Well, fear. What's the phrase? You have nothing to fear but fear itself. And so you shouldn't have to worry about things. But again, if you let it get under your skin, nip it in the bud, Capricorn. And the Seven of Cups is a potential outcome. Lots of menial things I feel here. Let me move some of this stuff over so that maybe we can see more of our spread here. And this Nine of Swords can be a little bit in the light, just a little bit better. How's that? What do you think? How does that look, Capricorn? And then we have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Lots of reversals too, right? Reverse. Listen. Things may not be going how you want, but I think it's kind of like a lemons into lemonade type of situation. It's going to be a tough year for you, Capricorn. I will not lie. It's going to be tough. But I don't see anything horrible. The Seven of Cups is probably showing an overwhelm of things, of everything going on, of like the karmic forces and the planetary forces, and this is just. But you got to find ways to ground yourself, find that peace within you and roll with the punches, I think. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not that bad. You know, it's not like you're getting like major arcana. Like it could be worse. You could get the tower. You know. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for you, Capricorn. I'll pray for you. And I think that's where like the Eight of Discs, that religion, that spiritual assistance, you know, where you go to find peace, is going to play a huge role this year, especially with all the surrounding drama around you. Your Oracle card, the Deluge. Ooh, a flood. It's going to be a lot, Capricorn. So I think, yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles and all that, you should really learn to find that space. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Find that space where you can take a step back and you're able to be like, you know what, this like okay, give time out. Hold on, which is probably what the Four of Swords is also saying. Like, again, finding that space to lick your wounds and recoup a bit before you go back into the fight, you know. So yeah, keep that in mind for 2025, Capricorn. So yeah, which I think Capricorns don't. I think Capricorns don't like to take breaks, but I think they should. I think. Okay, so next we have Aquarius. Literally all like what is it? 3 out of 5 people in my family, in my immediate family, are all Aquarians. Let's see here. What are we going to use for Aquarius? Aquarius. 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 You. You. My chair. It's not rolling how I want it to. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. I think this is pretty Aquarius. The Shimmering Veil Tarot. Let me put this one away real quick. All right. I missed a call. Who was calling me? Hold on, Aquarius. Give me a second here. Come on. Sorry about that. I had an important call I was waiting for. But here we are, Aquarius. Now for real, for you. Now we're going. Now we're going. Now it's real. Now it's starting. Now we go. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so just don't want you guys listening into my phone calls, you know. Let's see, Aquarius, what we have for you. I think I used this deck the last time I did this for the Tarotscopes readings for Aquarius. I could be wrong though. I could have used it for something else. I could have used a different deck. But moving on. Okay, Aquarius, it's time. It's the 10 of Discs, another card that's been like popping up throughout this whole thing. What are your future plans beyond 2025? You know, are you focusing too much on the future past this year? You know, people, I always judge a little bit, or maybe it's my insecurities on like people that have 5-year plans, and I'm like, a lot can happen in 1 year. Why are you so sure that a 5-year plan is going to work out? But it does work out in the end. So, yeah, the 10 of Discs here, we have this path to the future of but it seems that it's not where you want it to be going. So are you going to change course? Are you going to turn back? Are you going to take a turn to a different direction? What are you going to do, Aquarius? The Wheel of Fortune. But here it's this galaxy, which again, I think this expresses your you, Aquarius, the Wheel of Fortune here, the galaxy, the Milky Way, as you know, a representation of you. But it seems like, again, huge fate changes are what's going to happen here. Wait, did I really just pull the next card and not actually count out 10 cards? Scratch that, Aquarius. That's wrong. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is your card. Okay, maybe not the best. Oops. Yeah, it seems, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I meant to say what 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it seems that with, oh gosh, and the 9 of Swords, Aquarius, Capricorn and Aquarius, it's not going well for you. You know, here we have the 10 of air and the 9 of air. It seems that you're quite disappointed with where you're at currently. Are you looking to change and shift the direction in which you're going? You know, sometimes it's just time for things to come to an end and just to move on from where you're at. Let's see here. The 3 of 5. Nope. 3 of Earth. Huh. Yeah, it seems that you've accomplished something really big. Some big project that's been worked on for the past while is now complete, and you're wallowing on it, or you're holding on to it, or some project didn't come to completion and you're just upset about it and you're crying about it. But you know what? You got it. Sometimes you just got to dust yourself off, you know, cry a little bit, get up, dust yourself off, and carry on, which is, again, it's in the past. What's going to happen tomorrow? What victories will come tomorrow? Which we'll see right now. Then we have Temperance, reversed though. It seems like you're kind of saying, it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But are you going to be okay, Aquarius? You know, are you going easy on yourself? Are you saying like, God damn it, why couldn't I do this? Why is this not working out for me? It will work out for you. And you know what? You can't win every single battle. And that is what this card is telling us. You know, that's what the spread is telling us right now. Let's see. Then we have the Ace of Water. It's going to be okay. The Ace of Cups tells us it's going to be okay. You know? I'm trying to see what else is there. I'm like, I see a whale, I see dolphins, and then I don't know what else is there. Little fishies, maybe? Bubbles? But anyways, we see this ocean scape here. I think it's time to that it's like, you know what? Don't be so hard on yourself. And it's time to look at what it feels like to love yourself a bit and to like not kick yourself so hard because you didn't accomplish what you wanted to, you know? Current situation, the Four of Swords, just like Capricorn. The Four of Swords reversed. What are you where's your piece here? We see this path again repeating here, right here with the 10 of discs and the 4 of swords. It's sort of like you look at how far you've come, and you still made it pretty far. And I think going forward, keeping on moving, you know, without taking a break, isn't going to do anyone any good, especially not you. And we have here the 2 of discs. Yeah. We have this figure here holding what I think is like an atom. You know, things are swirling around, spinning around. You know, so yeah. What else? Yeah, the surrounding environment is it's sort of like, again, what are you in control of? I think this card is kind of saying, what's that prayer, you know, or that saying, let me know what I can change, you know, and what I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference, you know. Accept what I can't change, know what I can change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Something along those lines. I can't remember the phrase, but you'll know, what, right? And we have the 4 of discs. What are you holding on to? What are you afraid of losing, Aquarius? Don't be afraid of losing things and letting things go, huh? You know, and your hopes. Because again, I think it's interesting that this card position here is called hopes and fears, because it's like, well, your fears are much more easy to see, but what are your hopes here? You know, that nothing's taken from you, that you think you're going to lose everything, but you still have a lot left over, you know? You don't have to hold on that tight. The Page of Fire. I think you're going to be revitalized at the end. At the end of the day, potential outcome. You're going to be revitalized from this dark despair here. You're going to see that, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. You know, and you're going to find a new adventure to go on and a new project to start. Yeah, bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups. Do away with the old. It didn't work out. You know what? And it doesn't matter how hard you worked on it. Again, that path here, again, huh? You see it? The path right there? Yeah. You may have put your all into it and you thought, this is going to work out. I'm going to get this. Yeah. And then it doesn't work out. Doesn't matter. You can do it again. You just have to restart. It may take longer, or, you know, it's a new project will come to you that will be like, this will be it, you know? That's kind of the epitome of life, I feel. You know, if something doesn't work out, you find something else to do, or you try again. And but for real this time, you know. I'm gonna try again, but for real this time. Okay, last shuffle. Let's see what oracle card you got for this deck. for 2025. Productivity. You can still stand up, you can still work, you can still do, you can still influence, you still have capabilities and power, Aquarius. Doesn't matter how bad things didn't work out, you can still do. Until you can stop producing and doing and working and creating for yourself, there is no end or end of the world, okay? The end of the world is when you stop doing and being and living, right? I love this. I haven't used this deck in a while. No, I have, I think. I think I've used it in readings before, not too long ago in some of my last live streams, but such a pretty deck. Silicon Way, she is that bitch. We respect her. We love her. We stand. In conclusion, we have decided to stand. Which I also use her Byzantine Tarot, which I love. Okay, moving on. Final sign, Pisces. What are we going to use for Pisces? I think Pisces. What do you get? What do you get? What are you going to do? What are we going to do for you, Pisces? I think this one. Okay, here we go. We're going to use the Ehrenberg Tarot for you, Pisces. I don't know if that's... I don't know what is making that noise. Anyways. Something around my mic and my light. Let's see what you got, Pisces. The Queen of Cups, which I guess that's you. But I feel like there's going to be a bit of some emotional turmoil, which I think all water signs are kind of sensitive to. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. Oh, crossed by the Queen of Swords. It's like you kind of don't want to be mean, but you gotta. Pisces, you have to be mean. You don't want to, but you have to. It's for the best. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it supports you. We have this great big project here. And it's kind of like where the Queen of Swords is kind of saying, this has to get done. Because with the Three of Pentacles, it's a collaborative effort. It's not just you working on something. It's others that you have to deal with. And you can't be nice all the time. You know, you got to be like, hey, I need this done, and you're not doing it, and it's hindering my work and influencing and getting in the way of me being able to finish what I need to get done. Right? And then we have the Nine of Swords, the stress. I'm like, I can't wait to get a room where I can soundproof and I can, yeah. Anyways, we have the Nine of Swords here of stress and anxiety, but that's moving out. That's the energy that we're moving away from. We're not dealing with that no more. So 2024 may have been stressful, but I think once you stand your ground and you're like, hey, I ain't fucking around no more, then yeah. So Pisces, don't turn the other cheek. 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we have? What crowns you? The Devil. Sometimes you just got to be selfish. Like I said, this is your, I guess Pisces is entering his villain era. Because again, at the end of the day, this is something that you, well, no, I guess the devil isn't about what you need. That would be more like the moon. It'd be more so what you want and what you really, really strive for and desire. So I guess that's where it's like, be careful that when you are being like the mean guy, that you're not doing it because you're selfish, just because it's, again, you're for the right reasons. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, deception. You know, sometimes. Sorry about that. That was very unattractive. Just biting off a hangnail. The Seven of Swords. We have, this deception, trickery, tomfoolery. No, not tomfoolery. More so, not being forthcoming. I think the Seven of Swords is saying, like either you're going to be misunderstood or a situation is going to be misread, or certain situations are going to be misread. Beware of that, Pisces. Try and be clear and direct, especially with like the Queen of Swords and the Three of, like I said about being mean. Don't beat around the bush. Don't be passive aggressive. Be direct and clear as to like, here's why, here's what's being annoying, here's what's frustrating, here's what I need to change. And be clear and direct, and so no one can be like, well, you're saying no, that's not what I said. I said this. Current situation, the moon reversed. Yeah, again, which is probably leading to all this anxiety and stress. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of but this is the current situation. That might not be right. Let's move on. The world. Surrounding environment. The moon and the world, and what else? The devil. Yeah, there's a lot of. But I mean, it's like it may not seem like the right place you want to be, but it is where you're at, and this is home. It may seem confusing, but you know what? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, damn 10 of Pentacles just showing up everywhere, and reversed too. Oh. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost lost my count there. And the 10 of Swords. It's a sword. It's a sword storm, not a rainstorm. Sword storm. An umbrella isn't going to do it. So you got to be ready. You got to, yeah. It seems that nobody's getting. It seems like with the 10 of Pentacles showing up reversed, and was it reversed in a lot of? I'd have to go through my readings, and to see how the 10 of Pentacles shows up. But it seems that a lot of people seem to not be considering the future as far as past our own present lives, and we got to get ready for the coming storm, Let's see. And potential. Oh, wait, nope, wrong one. Don't have to do that. Nope. Bottom of the Queen of Pentacles. What are you nurturing? What are you caring for? Which ties into like your work and standing for what you really care about. And if you're not going to stand for it, if you're not going to fight for it, it's not going to grow and produce and, and make you happy, and fulfill and give you that sense of fulfillment. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. And the Oracle card to round it all off. We've got Release. Let it go. Release. It's pretty straightforward. Release of energy. No more holding things back. That Nine of Swords. When you hold things in and you're holding things back, I think it causes this. You gotta let it out. And again, the only issue is that when you let out and you react and you become, again, you're like I said, that bad guy type thing, people can easily misconstrue it and be like, oh, look at how he's acting. Like, can you believe, where did that come from? I didn't. And it's like, that's you. And you're vocalizing the problems that you have. So there you go. Vocalize and let people know that you're unhappy with what you're going through, So yeah, there you go. Because if you keep holding it in, it's not gonna help you, Pisces. So yeah. So there you go. The last reading, and now I can go have dinner and walk my dog and all that and get ready for tomorrow because I got a big test tomorrow. So thank you everyone for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live again. And I will see you all in the next live stream, which will be, I don't know, I usually put a little heads up on my YouTube channel, but yeah, I'll try to post about it on my Instagram. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah. Bye, everyone.